You may already know that alpha males are at the top of the male social hierarchy, followed by beta males, delta males, gamma males, and omega males. One man, on the other hand, stands out from the rest. Sigma male. What, then, is a sigma male? A sigma male is a man in the sociosexual hierarchy who chooses to live his life outside of the normal social dominance hierarchy structure. Sigma males have many of the same traits as alpha males, but their tendency to live their lives outside of traditional social dominance hierarchies sets them apart and makes them different. A sigma male is a man who doesn't need other people to make him feel good about himself. He isn't loud or rambunctious. Instead, he's cool and collected. A sigma male is shy but sure of himself. Sigmas are different from the norm, and because they are different, they don't usually fit into groups. Sigma and alpha males are both the same and have a lot in common. They are both sure of what they want out of life and aim high. The main difference between them is how they act. Sigmas prefer to be on the outside of the hierarchy, while alphas would rather be at the top. The latter ones are successful because they move up the hierarchy ladder. Don't join any group. They do everything on their own and follow their own beat. So, now that we know that, let's look at the top 6 traits of a sigma male. Number 1. He's not easy to understand. Because he is neither a beta nor an alpha, the sigma male personality may be one of the hardest to understand. It's hard to put a label on his choices because they don't fit into our binary ideas of what it means to be dominant or passive. One of the most difficult things about dating a sigma male is that he doesn't talk much. His ability to solve problems usually comes first, which isn't always what you need. Emotion. When you add the fact that they don't care about meeting traditional social expectations, sigma males can seem like cold, robotic partners. But this is the furthest thing from the truth. Sigma males are some of the best people to date because they know a lot about themselves. Because they are introverted, they might not always say what they are thinking or planning. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't think about you. Sigma males usually look for ways to solve problems. They want to keep going and help the people. He wants people to be the best they can be. Sometimes, his love of efficiency can make him seem cold, but that's just how he wants to show you. He is kind. No one else follows the saying. Better than a sigma male, actions speak louder than words. Number 2. He feels best when he's by himself. But he cares about other people. One of the first things people notice about a sigma man is how much they like to be alone. Sigma males can turn on their charisma and charm whenever they need to, but they are always most at ease when they are by themselves. Sigma males are introverts who enjoy having time and space to think and relax. Being around other people drains them, no matter how much they care about those people. Despite this, sigma males know it's important to have good people around them because they know they can't reach all of their goals on their own. This makes it hard to be in a relationship with a sigma male, especially for women who are used to men who obsess and don't over them. Sigma men do best with women who don't need to be with them all the time. This is because relationships like that can be too emotionally and mentally draining for a sigma man. Number 3. He is in charge of his own life. Sigma males are independent self-start. As people who think a lot about themselves, they are almost never in jobs other than management or making decisions. They have a third eye for waste and a knack for breaking things down into steps that can be taken. The sigma male is, of course, a very ambitious project. He may not always be the loudest person in the room, but his morals and beliefs stay the same. Even when no one is around to hear you. As a result, the sigma male doesn't really follow rules and tries to make his own way of life that fits him best. His stubbornness comes through here. Whether at work or in his relationships, he goes after things without sticking to rigid structures and sets up systems that fit his goals and skills better. Most entrepreneurs are males with the sigma personality type. This trait makes sigma males feel like they need to stand up for themselves, take a stand, and build something for themselves. Sigma males don't work for other people. Instead, they are fiercely confident people who will do anything to get what they want and change their lives to be what they want. Number 4. He is an unassuming leader. When you think of the traditional leader, what comes to mind? Someone who is always on the front lines with a group of officials or subordinates around him. Someone who is always on the top floor making executive decisions. An alpha male who talks loud, always looks big and scary, and seems like someone you wouldn't want to mess with. But Sigma males are just as good at being leaders as alpha males. Except that they do it in their own unique way. You can depend on Sigma men to do what needs to be done. They have the right amount of independence, self-awareness, and intelligence to solve any problem and make something inefficient into something efficient. You'd want a Sigma male on your team at all times. You get the confidence and leadership of an alpha male without the problems that come with someone who has a big, fragile ego and needs constant reassurance. No matter how hard things get, a Sigma male will never give up. Instead, he will work at something until he figures out how to get around it. They are the kind of people who aren't afraid to go do what needs to be done, even if it's not what a leader should do. This is because the goal, not their image, is the most important thing to them. Number 5. He is very thoughtful. One of the most important things about a Sigma male is that he thinks about himself and how his actions affect him as a whole. This is different from an alpha male, who puts himself out there for everyone to see. Sigma men know a lot about themselves. They know what they're good at and are working hard to get better at what they're not so good at. They think about things. Instead of spending his time with other people, the Sigma male often stays in his bubble and thinks about what he could have done better. Even though they don't have the best social skills, they don't get into trouble because they know how to handle social situations and how to come across as likable even though they spend all of their time in their heads. And doesn't really want to be liked. They'll love it for sure. When someone finally notices the unique things about them, no matter how much they think about it. Sigma males are still human. Like the rest of us, they can sometimes get into trouble. But they'll be able to fix any mistakes they made in a short amount of time and use failures to improve themselves. Number 6. He is very good at making changes. Alpha males can take control of a group and make themselves the leaders. But imposing your own leadership isn't always possible or a good idea. When alpha males don't get the respect or power they think they deserve, they tend to become weaker versions of themselves. And this is where a male Sigma has the upper hand. Even though a Sigma male can be in charge if they need to be, they don't need to be the leader in any social situation they find themselves in to feel good about themselves. They are happy to fill whatever role is needed of them at any given time. They are more fluid and adaptable than alpha males, which makes them more likely to succeed in any situation. If a Sigma male doesn't put any expectations or pressures on himself, he can be a follower, a leader, or anything in between, as long as he knows he's being used in an effective and productive way. The problem is that this kind of confidence and freedom to play can sometimes make other people uncomfortable. Any part of the Sigma male's behavior can come across as cocky and scare people around him. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.